What is going on? It is Monday and a good damn day. Bernie, would you freaking come get your damn weather? It is
Yeah,
freaking like
And
9
hurry up.
degrees, -6, and we got freaking snow on the ground.
sucks for you guys. I mean, the whole town's got to be shut down, huh?
I
You're not
Well, you know
prepared
what
for
they
this
said,
shit.
right? When the Detroit Lions win a playoff game, hell will freeze over, and it has
Yeah,
happened.
clearly it has.
dude, I drove to the gym this morning, and it's even out here in the country, it's unusual not to see anybody on this. I mean, there was no tire tracks, no anything. I mean,
Yeah.
granted, it was 4 o'clock in the morning, but and then usually when I get to the gym, there's a couple other people pulling in, but it took 45 minutes as I was leaving for another soul to even come near that gym this
I
morning.
bet.
Those were the
I
dedicated
bet.
this morning.
It was a little ridiculous,
Yeah, the weekend started off really sad because the Dolphins lost for 2 years in a row in the first round of the playoffs. But then I got happy again because the Cowboys got their ass kicked at home, which made me ecstatic. Made my entire year. But
I
then
saw the fourth count. Go ahead.
I was even happier that Detroit got their first playoff start in what was it, 50 years?
Well, 30 years since our last home playoff game.
No.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
I watched the fourth
game.
quarter of that Cowboys game. Where the fuck was that play the other 3 quarters of the game?
That's what everyone was saying. Is like, why couldn't they play with that kind of intensity in the first quarter, second quarter? So
and
I'm
it
glad
just
they
goes to
didn't.
show every time Cowboys got stacked up against a legit team, they crumbled.
Well, it wasn't even. I mean, you were talking about a rookie quarterback, and like 80% of their offense are first and second year players. They got beat by a bunch of young kids, and that's why their fans are now calling for Jerry's head and coach's head and everybody, because they got to blame somebody, right?
Well, of course, nobody's ever going to take their own ownership over, them losing that badly. So, but I can't believe. I mean, if you looked at the weather like last 2 days, there wasn't even really a mention of snow, and I did not see the meme.
I may or may not have about 40 of those type memes saved up for occasions just like yesterday.
That's awesome. But yeah, I should have grown up to be a weatherman. Because it's the only profession you can be 100% wrong 50% of the time and still keep your job.
Yep. True.
You can literally say we're going to have a hurricane and it's, 80 degrees out, perfect weather. And everybody's like, oh, it's just the weather. It's unpredictable.
Yeah, it's the only job you can be wrong 90% of the time and get a bonus.
Right. I mean, I wish that worked in like every business. I mean, we'd be millionaires by now.
Yeah.
Just crazy.
Yeah, I can't think of any other business where that would be acceptable.
No.
Think if it was acceptable if you're like an undertaker. He's still alive. My bad.
He chose an undertaker of all professions. He's still alive. Oh no, shit.
No.
Sorry, he's actually dead. But good luck with that.
Why'd you put a dress on Uncle George?
Lord. So I'm excited for this week's guest. She's been a friend of mine for a hot minute. She is a world traveler, does some really cool things, and is a marketing phenom. She's got a way of looking at marketing that most people don't, and she's got a philosophical view of life that I've always been intrigued by.
Does she live here in the United States?
Ooh, from time to time. I think right now
Really?
she's currently in the U.S., but I know I've talked to her when she was living in, I believe, in Hawaii at the time. She does international dog sitting from time to time as well, which is a really cool way to travel.
Yeah.
So I'm really... I have no idea. I'm getting a spam over on Twitch. So, but without further ado, let me introduce you to my friend, Miss Lisa Williams. Lisa, turn on your camera. Join the show, babe. How are you?
Hello, gentlemen. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Lisa. Look at that. She's even got a Texas flag hanging up back there.
Oh, of course, because I'm in Texas right now. This is my home state.
Ah, what part?
I'm in McKinney, where the shit show is going on out here. Like the grocery store shelves are completely wiped out.
Yeah.
You think it's the pandemic all over again, right?
Oh.
Yeah, I landed home from Miami late Saturday night after multiple flight delays. And so I decided to mosey myself over to the grocery store yesterday morning, and there was nothing.
You were able to get like egg noodles and applesauce.
Exactly. Yeah. Like all the off brands that they probably have in the back, that nobody ever buys. Yeah, that's what I got.
That's
all the reduced produce.
Yeah,
no, dude, I went to the feed store, and it was so funny watching people, the staff who all know me really well. They were running to the back, and they're like, "Hey, can you help me?" And for a moment, I was helping them carry out heaters and heat lamps and stuff because they're like, every time we set it out, it just sells. So I'm like, well, shit, just keep putting it on the floor,
Right? Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I did not attempt to go to the gym today, Donnie.
It was a little eerie, having no sounds and no people around, but I didn't have to wait on any machines. I didn't have to worry about the awkward poses and some of the workouts Mark Solmanoff's got me doing. So I swear I'm going to punch that dude in the face when I see him. I mean, some of these workouts nobody should do because there's no way to make it look cool while you do these workouts.
No.
I'm just saying. But I guess that's how you know they're effective. So, all right, Bernie, you ready for your questions and the like? So, Lisa, play along. This is going to be interesting to say the least.
All right.
I'm game.
So here's the game. We're going to do a little bit of whose line is it anyway? And the prompt is something that you can say at a restaurant, but perhaps you don't want to say to your spouse or significant other.
Say that one more time, just so I can wrap my head around it.
Yeah. What is something you can say at a restaurant, but maybe don't want to say to your spouse or significant other?
You want to try the back door tonight?
Can I eat that?
Can I get a refill, please?
How about can I get a refund?
You okay if I okay if I put ketchup on that?
The roast beef looks overcooked.
Oh,
can I return this?
Oh my gosh, you are definitely not getting. Yeah, you're definitely not getting a tip.
What closed? I've had reservations for months.
Wow. I think it's spoiled.
Oh my god!
More than Adam. Oh, too funny.
That is,
it's not really the taste; it's just the texture for me.
It is.
Oh my god! This has got way too much fat. Can I get this trimmed up a little bit?
Wait, this isn't what I ordered.
Yeah, we probably go on and on for about 3 hours, but I don't think we should. So, all right, so I got a whose line is it anyway type similar thing too. Is I want to know things you can say that can start a fight.
You look fat in those pants. No.
Listen, I just said a fight. I didn't say with who.
Like in real life. I mean,
Yeah.
you can be at a Ren fair and tell a bunch of dumb rednecks to shut the fuck up. I mean, that happens.
I think that did start a fight. Oh, he's living in real life terms. So,
Hey there, buddy. Mind if I take your girl home? I'll start.
I think you could be at any sporting event, and say your team's the best, and that's probably going to start a fight.
Right.
around here, I start a lot of fights with just saying "fuck the Cowboys."
Oh, the Cowboys! Oh, I know. Yeah.
I've been drinking the tears of Cowboy fans all morning, and my cup is still full.
Makes me so sad.
Oh, no, it made my year. All right, Barney, get some more.
Well, no, I only did the one. Whose line is it anyway?
So I looked at the whose line is it anyway, and everything is about your significant other, but you can plug in different things, like things you could say about your car.
Oh yeah,
can't say
true.
about your significant other.
What things you can say about your car you can't say about your significant other?
Yeah.
Boy, we need to warm that up.
Looking a bit
you're
rusty
out
here.
of gas.
The last time you had the oil changed.
Start her up.
Right. Right. The outside looks good, but the interior looks like shit.
Oh.
When's the last time you washed this, baby?
What are things you shouldn't say on a job interview?
Oh,
Things you shouldn't say.
if you watch Step Brothers, I think they nailed just about all of it.
How long before I can have your job?
Right.
Yeah.
How much
Jack
vacation
is
time do I
starter
get?
and she still won't turn over.
Things you can't say on a job interview. Yes, I lied about the first 3 parts.
That's really not my resume.
Yeah, I haven't actually done any of these jobs on here. I just thought it would be cool. What are bad times to break into song?
In an interview.
In the middle of a job interview.
Yeah. I don't think it's
funeral?
a bad time to break into a song. No, you can just break into a song at a funeral. That's
Well,
appropriate.
it depends on the song, though. I mean, come on.
Well, okay, that's a different question.
You know, all of a sudden you start getting into like Get Low or
Like-
something in the middle
like
of
if you start
grandma's
saying-
funeral. It's
Baby, come back. Right? That's not appropriate at a funeral.
Bernie said get low when they're lowing grandma in the ground.
Oh my gosh.
Get low, 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 low. Oh my God, yes.
Wow. What are some rejected superhero catchphrases?
I gotta
Hold
think of
my
Ace
beer.
and Gary.
Hold my beer and watch this. Wow.
You guys remember the ambiguously gay duo on Saturday Night Live, Ace and Gary?
No.
No.
Oh my gosh, you got to go Google the ambiguously gay duo SNL skit. The 2 superhero guys are Ace and Gary, and one rides the other one while one's flying. And every catchphrase they have is so inappropriate; it's not even funny.
Wow. The
Public bathroom.
Why can't you sing in a public bath? I sing in a public bathroom all the time.
yeah, and he's also the guy in the stall with his pants around his ankles. I mean, any inappropriate times to do the Macarena in an interview.
When they're playing low,
Interview.
low, low, while they're rolling down.
At the funeral.
Low, low, low.
Wow.
On an airplane.
Right. Well, you might get a whole party started.
That might be
Yeah.
interesting.
Everybody might join in, right?
Like if that plane's going to Vegas, I would say that's appropriate.
Yeah.
Or you're going to Jamaica, maybe. You know,
There you go.
for one all inclusive. Unusual reasons to call 911. There's a hamster in a tube. No, don't do that.
Leave Richard Gere out of this.
Yeah, I was trying to remember who did it. I couldn't remember. I was going to drop that.
I saw something on TikTok the other day where I don't know if it was a fake call. I hope it was a fake call, but they called into 911. The guy got super stoned because he tripped and fell and put his thing in the garbage disposal. Did you guys hear that one?
No.
He
Man.
tripped, and you don't trip.
How do
and
you
fall
trip
up and
up?
over?
Over
Right, yeah.
and down. And then
That's
There-
like if you go read the
okay, there's a
everywhere.
tub this big that you wash your hands in that you're going to strategically fall in. Yeah, no.
go
That
read
doesn't
the
work.
It was hilarious. That's all.
yeah,
I'll
the
just say that.
crazy
Go find
ER
it.
stories. I slipped in the shower and fell in this jar of peanut butter. It's up my ass.
Have you guys ever seen the X-rays of people's
Yes.
lower anatomy and the shit that's been stuck inside people's bodies? You're like,
Yes.
yeah, there's only one way that got there. I mean,
You put it there, or
Right.
somebody else put it there.
right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Holy Lord!
It's the last thing my grandma did before we lowered it in the hole. Shove it in there, Grandma.
That's my grandma too.
Oh
Uh,
shit, that's my bad.
What are some of the things the world's worst motivational speaker would say?
Go be a champion. Oh, worst. I thought you said my bad. I got it backwards.
You suck.
You guys are fucking losers. Thanks for your money.
What the fuck are y'all paying for? Why are you guys even here? There ain't no way in fucking hell you're ever gonna apply this shit. Unlikely things to hear on a cooking show. I think it's dead.
You taste it first.
I ain't even gonna eat this shit. Wow. Too crazy. Wow. Who knew? Freaking Who's Line. I used to watch that show all the time. I mean, do you guys still watch it? I used to watch it all the time, but
No,
I just
I
happened to
haven't seen it in
catch
a
one
long
on
time.
TikTok the other day, and I was like, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
No.
I haven't seen it in a long
Been a
time.
minute since I've seen it.
I haven't. So, all right. All right, Miss Lee. So last time I think you and I talked, you were in with Hawaii, dog hunting and traveling. And you were somewhere.
I was probably in Maui because I was in Maui last year.
Oh,
Well, I say last year. It was not 23. It was 22.
damn! It's been a minute.
It's been a minute. Yeah.
Damn.
I traveled all of 2022.
Because you were doing a lot of like dog sitting and crazy
Yeah.
shit like that to travel, right?
Yeah.
Who knew you could travel and watch dogs at the same time? I think that's like the perfect match
It's
made in
a
heaven.
brilliant way of it's a strategy, y'all, because you know what happens is you stay for free. Your only job is to watch the pet. I could work remote anywhere I want to work, and I get to explore where I'm going as a local.
Hang on. Are you saying people will let you stay in their house to watch their pet while they travel?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
I literally I just got back from Miami Saturday night, and I've reversed it now because I have a pet. I don't know if I could show you her or not. Oh, she's behind the chair. And
I hope the chair is not your pet. I mean, that just makes the show really weird.
And she and I had a pet sitter come stay at my house. It was a young couple, and they watched my dog.
How cool is
Very
that?
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is kind of cool.
It's really a brilliant strategy. I mean, I think it's not the norm. People, you have to think outside the box, right? I mean, people say, "Oh, I want to travel." Well, I can't do it because it's too expensive. There's other ways that you can figure it out.
So where are some of the crazy places you went? Because I know you were in Maui when we talked.
Yeah. So in 2022, I was in Aspen, Silverthorne, Colorado, Denver, San Antonio, Bend, Oregon, Scottsdale, Arizona, Maui. Gosh, let me just think of some of the other places that all up and down the West Coast: Santa Monica, San Diego, Santa Rosa, Santa Barbara. Santa Barbara is probably one of my favorite cities. But yeah, I was everywhere.
Have you ever been to Azle, Texas? Because Donnie's looking for someone to pet the farm.
To sit at the farm.
Yeah, permanently. Goat
Permanently.
watch, dog watch, clean the farm up.
Yeah.
Buck stalls.
So yeah, I rented my house out on Airbnb, so it covered my mortgage for the 8 months that I was gone. And then I joined an app called Trusted House Sitter. I swear I should get revenue from them for as many times as I mention them. And basically opened up the map and said, where do I want to go? And I started applying to pet sit. It's almost like a dating app. You have like the pet sitters and you have the homes with the pets, and you figure out where you want to go, and you apply and talk to the owners, and there you go.
I promise you, give it about 30 days and Keith's daughter will be doing this.
Oh yeah,
This is like a perfect job for her.
She's in the next room, and I'm getting ready to tell her about it as soon as we get off the air.
But no money exchanges hands. So
it's all done through the app.
It's all done through the app.
So she does music festivals all around the country. She wants to go international and do music festivals over in Germany and stuff, and Spain. And this would be a great way for her to get over there.
It's brilliant. Like I stayed in Maui a little too long. I was there for almost 12 weeks, and I kind of had a little bit of island fever, but I would have never stayed in Maui that long and lived there, had I not done this.
How many times did you have to change houses in Maui?
Once. I was there just one time with one.
Somebody was gone for 12 weeks?
Almost 12 weeks. I think it was like 10 and a half, 11. Yeah. It was
Holy cow,
a long time. Yeah. Yeah. And so I was just at one house. She was half a block from the beach. It was like
Fantastic.
brilliant. Yeah. Bend, Oregon was beautiful. I was there in October and got to see, like, the leaves change. Considering I live in Texas and I don't get to see that very much. It was absolutely beautiful. Santa Barbara is probably one of my favorite places to be. I mean, 75 and sunny every single day. The beach, the mountains, you can't complain. Yeah.
So why is your agency called the Toke, Toke agency? I mean, that's a name.
Okay, so
What's up, Liam?
I just recently went all in on the Toke agency. So I had two businesses. It's Simply Digital and the Toke agency. And we do marketing, branding for small businesses and entrepreneurs under.
Is Toke an acronym?
No, Toke is
to Toke.
To Toke. Yes, we are a marketing agency for cannabis dispensaries.
I have a person you need to meet. You need to meet Reagan Hatch.
Oh, she's going to say you got to introduce her to Reagan.
Build websites for cannabis companies.
Oh,
that's it. Websites.
Please. Yeah. Yep. We need to meet.
She's down near the Austin area. She's amazing. She's down New Braunfels.
Awesome. Yeah. So what happened was I had an opportunity several years ago to start working with cannabis dispensaries. It was brought to me by a partner, and I just kept saying, like, oh, that's my outlier, because that really wasn't where I was focusing, but I loved it. And as we started to grow that, I realized, oh my gosh, there's like so much opportunity in the cannabis world. And so now we're all in on cannabis dispensary marketing.
That's so awesome. I literally just introduced you to Reagan on LinkedIn.
Oh, awesome. Thank you.
Y'all are going to have a lot of fun because she's crazy as hell too. So
have you gotten onto the cannabis side where they're doing like the farming and stuff like that? Or are you simply doing the dispensaries?
Right now we're doing dispensaries, and I'm trying to, just focus on that audience. But ideally what I'd like to do as we build out our newsletter and, our network and all of that stuff is have an opportunity for growers and cultivators to sponsor our newsletter to get in front of dispensaries and see how it goes from there.
We'll get connected after this whole thing because my business partner on the other side of our business, we work with the actual farmers and the growers.
Oh, awesome.
Over the United States. So
yeah. So ideally what I picture in my head is we grow a community of dispensaries through our newsletter and through other methods that we haven't yet, thought out. But that's ideally what we'd like to do.
Sweet.
Nice.
Yeah.
So can you work with Texas and tell them to figure this shit out already?
Right. Like, come on. Like, seriously. It's kind of weird. We sell this Delta 8 and Delta 9 and, it's
Delta 10 and which is kiss your ass goodnight.
Yeah. But we won't allow the real stuff.
Yeah. It's off by like one chromosome or something. I mean, it's ridiculous how close it is.
It is. It's ridiculous. Yeah. I mean, I think in my head, I truly believe that it will be legal across the whole US in the next 5 years.
There's too much money not to.
Yeah.
Too much. Have you seen the revenue? Like Missouri, just go look up the revenue dollars that these states are bringing in from the cannabis industry. Mm-hmm. It's crazy.
Yep.
Once Texas realizes how much money is going out to other states, they'll change their song pretty quick.
Well, New Mexico, Oklahoma, Arkansas, I mean, those are all the states that are bordering us that people go to all the time to buy it.
I mean, I'm of the mind of let's make all drugs legal and we'll just let the world sort itself out. And I 100% mean that.
I'm with you, Donnie. Like, I'm 100% with you. Like, why? What? We're protecting ourselves from ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the warning stickers off of all the appliances stuff,
just let them figure it out.
Equal the playing field. Once attorneys got involved, this shit got a little carried away.
Yeah. I am drinking from my Stanley cup. I will tell you that. Have you
good Lord.
heard?
What'd you pay? What'd you
I
pay
did
for
not.
it?
I did
12,000?
not go to blows at the Target store for this, or it's not the pink or the red one, but yeah.
Did you hear that after how many years Stanley finally came out with a pink thermos to go after the female market, with the rebrand and everything else?
And
And
they're going for $10,000-$12,000 on eBay.
Oh,
uh,
yeah, and people are
I
going
mean,
to blows
it's
at the
ridiculous.
Target. Yeah, yeah. This is like the old-fashioned camper's
yeah,
thermos that
like we grew up with as a kid, right?
Yeah, fishing, hunting, camping. It's that big old, that were really marketed towards men. And now they have a whole new market handle on it, super colors. This is my own sticker, but yeah.
Yeah, but by that cup, I wouldn't say that's a typical Stanley thermos, right?
No, it has a straw and a
Yeah.
lid and and a handle.
No, that Stanley went and Yeti'd it up.
Mhm.
Yeah, they should have just changed and added colors to it and kept that manly, brusque feel, because I think they would have stayed true to the brand and sold a lot more.
Yeah, I think they're doing just fine.
I
Yeah.
think that they went from 78 million to 780 million in like a
Jesus.
year and a
Yeah,
half.
no,
or something
the
like
extent
that.
of this thing
Yeah.
is ridiculous. I mean, there's lines of 800 people outside Target stores when they find out they get them in stock.
Yeah, it's
That's
crazy.
ridiculous.
I mean,
It's
like the
like
TikTok
going-
video.
Yeah.
There was a woman, I don't know, I'm sure.
So
you're
this is the
probably-
new Tickle Me Elmo.
It
Yes.
is. It is.
Yeah.
There was a woman whose car caught fire. I'm sure you probably already heard
No,
this.
I
Yeah.
hadn't.
And her Stanley cup still had ice in the bottom of it. And she, mentioned Stanley on her video, talks about how her car caught fire. They bought her a new car.
Well, not only that, but now if you go watch YouTube, a lot of people are putting the Stanleys in fires and they're just melting.
Oh,
So
really?
no clue how that happened. They got very lucky on that marketing piece that was accidental.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, what's funny about that is when Yeti first got big, and they, or I'll age myself, the new Cabbage Patch
Cabbage
Dog,
Patch
right?
doll.
Right? When Yeti was first coming out, there was a guy in a pickup truck. Same thing. That his truck whole cab burned out, but his Yeti still had ice in it. It was a very viral thing for Yeti
Yeah.
at that point. It's kind of funny that, and that's almost staged, right? Like,
Mhm.
Stanley's like, well, Yeti did this. Let's see if we can pull this off ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah. Over a freaking thermos.
Yeah.
People have either too much money or just inappropriate freaking ideals on what living life should actually be.
It just goes to show, Donnie, what marketing does. It just. I wrote a post last week about kale. Kale. Do y'all know that kale became a superfood because one woman went to restaurants and she made up a kale association and went to these restaurants and insisted that they put kale on their menu, and it became this new superfood. One woman,
Really?
with a made-up organization.
Wow.
Well, I mean, we could go down this rabbit hole, but like organic is one of the most unregulated industries out there. Like there's no
Yeah.
such thing as actually organic.
Right.
And that's a whole made up industry.
Marketing.
Yeah. It's the guy who made Crocs take
Crocs.
off. Oh.
Interesting.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh.
I've got this idea to go out and grab some rocks and paint them and try and sell them.
Pet rocks. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's insane. I want some of that marketing. I don't want to pay for it, but I want somebody to do that for me.
Right.
Well, that's the best form of marketing, is when other people are marketing for you. I mean, that's social proof. That's what you want. You want to get to that level. I mean, look at Apple and look at Southwest Airlines. I mean, it's the phenomenon is, go to sports teams. It's their ownership. My Cowboys, my Dolphins, it's ownership. And so my Apple iPhone, it's ownership, and people, then they become brand advocates, and then it takes off.
How do you create that? I mean, because if you go listen to the story, like you said, Southwest, and Southwest is a phenomenal story. Marketing, because I met the gentleman who did all the Southwest actual marketing stuff. Phenomenal. I wish I could call his name to give him, but a brilliant guy behind the minds of several brands that did Southwest, but want to get away and all that stuff he created. Well, his team created all that. But the whole idea behind Southwest really was marketing that got them there. They created a word of mouth experience. company do that? How do they pull it off? I mean, when it says give good service, but it's way more than that.
I think it goes so many layers deep. I couldn't even, I mean, I think some of the most, you have to be studying that, right? Like that has to be your job that you're studying it. It just goes so many layers deep, but I think it's, you just have the right slogan, you have the right message. You know, when Apple came out with their with their first iPod, there were other iPods that were out there that were far better than the Apple iPod. But what they said was 1,000 songs in your back pocket.
Yes.
And it took off. That's all. And they showed people skating with their headphones on and their iPod in their back pocket. And they showed people walking on the beach, and they showed people, you know, I mean, back then it was all wired, but that's all they did. It's just the right slogan, the right message, the right imagery, the right connection. You know, they were, and then of course they had the brilliant marketing campaign, which were for the misfits and the outliers and the ones.
You know, I once upon a time, when I was working for a medicine shop international underneath Cardinal Health, we did a whole campaign around why people should come to our pharmacies and stuff. And I got to actually go through storyboard to the commercial filming to watching them interview the little kids who are going to be actors and things all the way through this. There is so much that goes into that. I mean, it's insane, the level of thought and detail. And then they roll with the first version of the commercial out to this small test market, and then tweaked it based off of their feedback, and they keep doing it until ultimately they get it dialed in and rolled out to a mass market. It's insane.
It's insane, which is why A/B testing is so important in marketing. You know, like, do you want A or do you want B? Oh, B looks good. Let's tweak it again. Do you want B or do you want C? Oh, C looks good. You know, and you just keep tweaking it until people are like, yeah, I resonate with that.
But how does a small business that doesn't have the monstrous budget pull that off to be able to do all the testing and likes to get that?
Yeah, I mean, you don't have the budget, you don't have the marketing dollars. It's really hard, especially if you're a solopreneur or an entrepreneur with a really small team. But you could A/B test email opening, you know, subject lines. You could you could A/B test headlines for a blog post. You could A/B test anything that you put out on social media with your hooks, you know, like maybe just put out one day, you put out something with a hook and content. The next day, it's maybe very similar content with a different hook. See which one resonates. And then you could go and tweak that and reuse it, repurpose it, put it out again. Subject lines for emails, you just tweak it to a small audience, you put it out, you put A/B test, you see, oh, okay, which one has better open rate? Oh, A has better open rate, then you send it out to the rest of your audience. It's the same thing with Facebook ads, Instagram ads, LinkedIn ads. You know, we always, when we've run ads for our clients, we always A/B test something, an audience, we A/B test a graphic, we A/B test a subject line. We're always A/B testing.
Well, it's interesting because I'm doing that on LinkedIn right now. So about 2 weeks ago, I put out a post that said, hey, quit working on an elevator pitch. They just don't work. They're pointless. There's no reason to have them. Only reason someone needs an elevator pitch is because you're trying to pitch your shit and sell somebody something.
Right.
And that post did well. And I'm like, okay, I know I'm here. I know I'm on it, but there's got to be a different way of putting it. Put out a post this morning that just said networking is not Shark Tank. Quit trying to pitch your stuff, and that one is really hitting this morning. And it's just a simple turn of adding the word Shark Tank in there that really seems to be resonating with people.
So you did it, Donnie. You just did it yourself with, you know, quit creating an elevator pitch, and all you did was just say, I'm quit creating an elevator pitch, but you said it in a different way.
Right.
Yeah.
And finding that message. And there's a lot of patience involved in finding that level of message for the marketplace because, you know, I'm one of the ones that I want a home run every time I put something out. Like, you know,
and it's not going to be. Yeah,
no.
It's not going to be. And I mean, if you look at the likes of Apple or Southwest Airlines or whatever, I mean, like you said, they have staffs and you know, teams of marketing people that are able to go and test these kind of things in little small markets all over the place.
Yeah.
But I will tell you, one of the things with AI that we have as a small entrepreneur, small business, a solopreneur, what we have the ability to capitalize on that we've never had is research. So we've had to always pay, or big companies have always had to pay, big dollars to get a lot of research. And now you could use AI to get a lot of your research. So that is one thing that I feel like small businesses and entrepreneurs could really use to capitalize on that.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, even for this show, we use ChatGPT like it's going out of style,
Mhm.
with different questions and content
Sure.
and the likes. Because I mean, it's to do this every Monday and come up with different segments and everything. It's a lot of damn work to figure out all the different things we'll put in here.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the rest of the people on screen with me, they're so lazy they never do anything.
Fucking
I have to
lazy.
do all the fucking
Anything.
work.
Yeah, Stevie's not even here. Leave her alone.
I know. So, how do people find you, find your information, get in touch with you, and the likes if they want to dive into this more? Because you're a wealth of knowledge.
Oh, thank you. I'm all over LinkedIn. I'm always, posting, engaging, chatting it up with people. I don't do lives, so thank you for inviting me to your live. I'm excited to be here. Maybe I need to add lives in the future, but yeah, I'm all over LinkedIn. And it's Lisa Williams. And then the Toke Agency is my website, so you can find me there as well.
Tell me you got like Snoop Dogg on the front with a big old J in his hand.
No, but you should go look it up and see it. It's very cool. It's very vibey. And so it's kind of like Scooby-Doo meets, let me think, who does Scooby-Doo meet? Some modern era kind of thing, because we have this like groovy throwback vibe. And then we, there we go. Bringing the funk to cannabis marketing.
Yeah, you just need the van.
To cannabis marketing.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, with the flowers and the colors and all that groovy color, groovy scheme.
Go ahead, Keith, do your Scooby-Doo impression. I know it's really good. Go ahead and show us what your Scooby-Doo sounds like, Keith. I've heard it. It's amazing. Go ahead. Oh, that's awesome.
Aggie?
That's awesome. Here we go.
Fun.
All right, in this section, get ready. We're supposed to be doing, was it dad jokes? And
I think it's just overall jokes.
Yeah,
Stevie
just
said
jokes
she had
grab
some
bag.
saved up, and exactly jokes grab bag.
Jokes grab
So,
bag.
But I got one teed up here, so I'll start it off. So
Start us
how do you
off.
make how do you make a pool table laugh?
A pool table laugh?
Yeah,
You hit its balls? No,
you tickle its balls.
you tickle its balls.
You're close there, Daddy. You're close.
Wow. What do you got,
All right.
Bernie?
So I was dreaming about having diarrhea, and then I woke up, and that's when shit got real.
Oh.
Oh my god, that's terrible.
All right, I have one.
Come on.
Oh yeah.
Why was Cinderella so bad at soccer?
She had one shoe.
She kept running away from the ball.
That's good.
Oh my god. Like someone had to keep it clean.
Leave it to me.
What's the difference between a hooker and a drug dealer? The hooker can sell her crack. The hooker can wash her crack and sell it again.
Oh, wow.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Shit. So here's one that's a little cleaner. What did the doctor prescribe to the sick lemon?
The sick lemon.
Yeah. Lemonade.
Wow.
Wow.
If you're an American when you go in the bathroom, an American when you come out of the bathroom, what are you in the bathroom?
European.
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 What is about 6 inches long, 2 inches wide, and can drive a woman crazy?
6 inches long, 2 inches wide, and can drive a woman crazy.
A $100 bill.
Bump. There are 3 types of people in the world: those who can count and those who can't.
Right, that's good. What is the difference between horny and hungry? Where you put the cucumber.
Wow.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to keeping it clean. How does Darth Vader prefer his toast?
On the dark side.
On the dark side.
Wow.
Nice.
Wow.
I'm gonna do a couple of Yo Mamas. So Yo Mama's so stupid she got fired from the M&M factory for throwing away all the W's.
Wow.
Wait, that actually happened in our family, dude.
Right?
Shut up.
What's red and bad for your teeth? A brick. Why does Snoop Dogg use an umbrella? For drizzle.
For the drizzle.
Drizzle.
Yo Mama is so hairy, Bigfoot stopped and took a picture of her.
Wow.
That's not funny, but I got the image, and that was funny.
Right. The devil shows up in church and everyone runs out, but an old man. The devil says, "Why don't you run? Aren't you afraid of me?" Old man says, "Nope, I married your sister."
Wow.
Nice.
Wow.
Lisa, you weren't here for that episode, so I'll tell that joke again. How do you make holy water?
How? I don't know.
What is that? How do you turn regular water into holy water? Yeah, you boil the hell out of it.
A dyslexic man walks into a bra. No?
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
but going to the loo involves slippers and a flashlight. Yeah, that's real. What do you call a fly with no wings? A walk.
A woman looked at her husband and said, with her sexy eyes, and said, "I want you to make me scream with only 2 fingers." So he poked her eyes out.
Jesus. Wow.
Oh my god.
What did the buffalo say when his son left? Bye, son.
This is getting terrible. What do you call a guy floating in the ocean with no arms and no legs?
Bob.
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 What do you call a guy with no arms and no legs on a wall? Art. What do you call a guy with no arms and no legs laying in front of a door? Matt.
So the guy walks up to the woman and says, "Can I buy you a drink?" And the woman says, "Sorry, but alcohol is bad for my legs." And the guy says, "Do they swell?" And she says, "No, they spread."
Make that a double, bartender.
Wow. What do you call a man who can't stand? Neil. I used to be addicted to the hokey pokey, but I turned myself around. Oh Lord! You guys have any others?
I have one more.
Come on.
Two eggs are boiling in a pan, and one says, "I have a huge crack," and the other one says, "Stop teasing me. I'm not hard yet."
Nice.
That was fantastic.
Wow.
That was a good one.
Ba-dum-bump.
Look at that. There's Phyllis. There's a brand mother right there. There.
We
Phyllis,
love the brand. We love the brand, mother.
I'm telling you, if you were not following Phyllis,
Look at that. Look
Lisa,
at that picture, Lisa.
dude.
Oh, I will go. I'll go check her out.
Oh, she's
Okay, yeah.
hilarious.
Smoking
Yeah.
a big old stogie.
Oh,
She's down in South Texas now, near Galveston.
yeah.
She is.
Yeah.
Yeah, Texas City, I think, if I remember right.
Nice. We're gonna jump down to the icebreakers. Get ready for that. All right, Bernie. I think this one's on you, brother.
Yeah,
I
had-
tell Bernie to screw off before he even starts.
I mean, I had all the creative work this weekend. Okay, so here we go. What celebrity have you been told you look like or remind people of?
Mark
Ooh.
McGuire.
When I was younger, Keith's gonna love this. My senior high school picture, I look like Screech.
Yeah.
Nice.
Wish I had it to pull up real quick to prove it, but I don't have it in front of me.
When I was younger in the Marine Corps, I got Matthew McConaughey a couple times, but I was a lot more skinny and a lot more fit then.
Yeah. Same back in high school. Everybody kept saying I look just like Mark McGuire,
Yeah.
which is funny. And now I get Casey, the guy that does the Man versus Food now, the big guy with the red hair and the big old mustache.
Oh, yeah. No. Keith Alston gets referred to as Ronald McDonald. I mean, that's a thing.
Just yesterday, it was Brad Pitt. Someone's like, "Are you Brad?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm his stunt double."
My favorite one of all time is I wish I had a good picture of Dad to pull up is when Dad gets mistaken for Wilford Brimley.
Wilford Brimley, yeah.
So
I think he actually signed an autograph one time.
He did when we were in Colorado.
Yeah.
This we were up the top of Wolf Creek Pass, not Wolf Creek Pass, but one of the passes up there, and this dude and wife are just staring Dad down, and to the point where I'm starting to get a little agitated. I'm like, why the fuck is this guy still staring at my dad? And I start to walk over, and the guy goes, when he puts his hands up, he goes, I'm sorry, I just know who he is. I'm like, okay. He goes, can you ask him to come over? I'm like, okay. So I asked Dad to come over, and the guy goes, are you Wilford Brimley? And Dad's like, yep. He goes, want an autograph? And starts signing an autograph from the guy. So that guy's somewhere in the world with my dad's autograph.
That's hilarious.
Julie said when she was younger, Rizzo from Greece.
That's
Nice.
awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah, before I grew out the mustache, I used to get Jimmy Kimmel and Hank Azaria a lot.
Oh, I can see the Hank
I
Azaria.
can see the Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sandra
All right.
Bullock is something some people have said in the past that I've looked like. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can see the Hank Azario. I had to Google him to see who he was, but yeah, especially younger. Nice.
All right, next question. If you were the captain of a pirate ship, what would the name of your ship be?
Oh,
All
God.
right.
Rum Runner was the first thing that came to mind because it had the word rum in it, but that's not fun enough. God. Actually, if I was a captain of a ship, it'd probably just be lost. Because I got no business being a captain of a ship.
I think mine would just be set sail because I'm always like looking for the next adventure. You know? Yeah.
I like it.
I actually chose one for you, Keith. I thought the belching bourbon.
Belching
bourbon.
Sasto.
Now we gotta look up Joe Sasto now.
Yeah, doing it.
The belching bourbon. I think if I had a pirate ship, it would be called Surrender the Booty.
That's a good one.
There you go. There's partially.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Yeah, curl it up a bit.
Yeah, younger, thinner version. All right. If you could pick 3 famous people, alive or dead, to be part of your entourage, who would you pick?
Matthew McConaughey would be my first, without a doubt.
Love him.
Yeah, I just want to hang out with him. Probably Jimmy. No, not Kimmel. The other one.
Fallon.
No, the other late night show.
Jimmy Fallon.
Oh, Fallon. I think it's Fallon. Yeah, Jimmy Fallon. And probably Richard Branson. I really want to hang out with that dude.
He's so brilliant.
Yeah. I think that would be a fun party. Imagine Matthew McConaughey, Richard Branson, Jimmy Fallon, and me. I think that's like a bad joke waiting to happen.
Mine would be Garth Brooks, Woody Harrelson, and Jennifer Aniston, so that there's that 1% chance
that you can sleep with Woody. I'm confused.
I gotta bring Woody, so I have one.
I'm gonna have to think on this for a minute.
Okay.
I don't know. What's
I went
yours?
mostly, I went historical. So with Abraham Lincoln, I think that would be interesting. Gets perspective from a couple hundred years ago. I said Steve Jobs because I feel like he's just a genius when it comes to business and computers. And then somebody current, Tony Robbins, just always right there with you.
Mhm.
I don't think Steve Jobs would give you the time of day. The other ones I think you got a shot with, but yeah. Well, it depends. If you got him like the last 30 days of his life, maybe. That's when he realized he should have been not such of an asshole.
Not an asshole.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I think I would go with.
I don't know who this is. Your brother looks
Brother
like
looks
a
like
white Kevin Hart
in that hat.
Listen, I'll take his money.
I think I'd go with Oprah just because I would love
Ooh, yeah, good
to
one.
have a conversation with her. I would go with Tony Robbins because I do love his energy and what he has created, and maybe Gary Vee. I don't know.
That's a good one
Gary
too.
would be an interesting play.
Yeah.
All right. So describe your worst dating experience ever
Ooh,
in under
Nope.
10 words.
Nope.
In under 10 words.
I win.
Under 10 words.
But I can't.
I'll even start it off for you guys, okay? Bumble, Red Wings hockey, bourbon, broken angle, emergency room.
I can do this in 2 words. Belly button.
Whoa.
I feel you have 8 more words to expand on that a little.
No, sir. No, sir, I do not.
No. I can do one back to Keith and just say bathtub. So that's what happens when you got 2 brothers that got way too many sports that can never be shared.
No.
I could say creepy parking lot.
Oh,
Right.
there you go.
Right?
I'm
Yeah.
trying to think.
Man.
Blind date, antique stores, swingers club.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave mine a bathtub.
Wait, that was only 6
Wait.
words. I can go to 8.
Phyllis
Him naked on
the front porch.
Phyllis, please let me in. I brought cigars.
Wow.
Oh.
All
Yeah,
right.
any
Got
more of
time-
those, buddy?
Yeah. Oh, we got time for a couple more here.
Listen, man, thanks for bringing up bad memories, man.
Yeah. What are friends for? What would be your first question after waking up from being cryogenically frozen for 100 years?
Did it work?
Rum. Oh, did it work?
Where am I? What year is it?
Mm-hmm.
What day is it? What time is it?
Can I get a jacket?
How do I look?
I think that's what I would want to know first. Is I'd want to know what year is it, so I could do the calculations to see of my family who might be left.
No one.
No one.
No
Yeah,
one.
Yeah, the likelihood is pretty much 0.
I mean, that's an interesting question. Would you want to be cryogenically frozen for 50 to 100 years?
The list of people that are pretty amazing, like Ted Williams,
Mm-hmm.
the famous baseball player. There's a lot of celebrities and famous people that are cryogenically frozen.
I don't know that I'd want to.
I don't know that I'd want to either. I feel
Yeah.
like it goes against the natural laws of the universe.
I mean, I'd
think
like to
there's-
see the future, though. I think that would be 100 years from now. Shit's going to be very different.
See, but I believe we could see the future when we come back and then,
I was just going to say, the people that are cryogenically frozen obviously don't believe in reincarnation.
yeah. But like you want to see the future as you,
Yes.
and I'm saying we do see the future. We just come back as
Yeah, but we don't remember it.
yeah, we don't remember it. Yeah.
So
Do you think it'd be possible to be cryogenically frozen like right now and come back in 100 years when you're still middle-aged?
ooh, that's an interesting thought process. Would you want to? Would you
I
want to
know,
give
that's
up
what
the
I'm
life you
saying.
have right now?
That's
Would
a
you
good
want to
movie.
give it? So you're saying give up everything today,
Yeah.
from today on.
Today on, give up everything to be able to come back in 100 years at middle age. That would be a great movie.
That would be a great movie.
Let's write the movie.
But would you give it up? That's
I know that's the question. Is one, would you give it up in the first place, and two, would you regret it in 100 years when you wake up?
Yeah,
that'd be the thing. Would you regret it? That's the thing
Yeah.
I want to know, right? Would you regret missing out on a life of family and friends and the like? Would you? I mean, because you'd be completely starting over
in your 50s.
Yeah, and ignorant because the technology advancements and everything
maybe
else.
You invested all your money that's going to sit there and invest for 100 years. When you come back, you're either going to be broke.
But now you're making a bet that money is going to be a thing in 50 to 100.
Right.
Yeah.
What if we don't even have currency?
Yeah.
What if we don't even have money?
Create a whole new job industry of people that manage your assets while you're cryogenically asleep.
While you're frozen.
While you're frozen. They would have to just keep passing that on to other people to do that. It would have to be set up in like some kind of irrevocable trust or something.
Yeah. That's crazy.
That's a deep thought process. Jesus.
I know.
So, can we all just pass the joint so we can continue this conversation? And I don't even smoke weed. I mean,
I'll never smoke weed.
And when you came back, would you come back to, like, your house has been long gone, your belongings are...
Yeah, what would your assets be?
Yeah, what do you...
That's what I said. There'd be a company that would manage your assets. Like, all your stuff would go into a storage, money would be transferred to new things. And
yeah, but do you want your stuff when you get out? Because, like,
I don't know. That's it. There's so many
100 years
questions.
old. It's antiquated by that time.
If it's antiquated, it might be worth something then.
Right. Maybe you go in
antiques
with your phone and your computer, and then they're like, they don't even exist because everything's done, you know.
Like the key to your front door is now an antique. Like, what is that, Grandpa?
Yeah. Like you're using your thumbprints or whatever.
God, this is crazy.
It's
interesting.
Crazy.
Things that'll make you go, Well, let's talk about friggin' upcoming events and things going on. I know for us, we have February 23rd, we have the Champion Summit coming to Bethesda, Maryland. January 23rd, I'm doing a B2B networking workshop on LinkedIn, so you guys can come hang out with that. September 18th through the 20th is a Badass Business Summit here in Fort Worth, Texas. So, and two of the speakers that we just got the nod on, I am so stoked to be bringing them to Texas and hanging out with them. Y'all, I promise you, when we announce these two speakers, y'all are going to be blown away who's coming to play. So, really, really excited for that. So, Bernie, I think you got a workshop or something coming up, don't you?
Yeah, I do. On the 25th, I'm working with Master Trainer Deb Laurel. We're doing a free virtual masterclass on Zoom about delegation. So if you're new to management, new to leadership, need to take some stuff off your plate, check it out.
Love that. So, freaking Lisa, you have any workshops or anything coming up?
I don't, but I'm looking for opportunities to be on a speaker tour for the cannabis industry or in cannabis conventions, conferences.
There's a lot of them out there. There's also some new networking groups that are dedicated to just the cannabis industry only. So
yeah, I'd love to find out.
Reagan will be able to help open up some of those doors for you as well.
Awesome. Yeah. So just looking for opportunities to put myself in that industry and connect with other people who are doing conferences, webinars, speaking opportunities, that kind of stuff.
That's awesome. Well, guys, thanks for hanging out with us this Monday. Always fun hanging out with you. Go have a kick-ass and awesome week. Lisa, thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Thanks for inviting me. This was fun.
Very welcome.
Yeah, thanks, Lisa. It was great meeting you.
Lisa.
Great meeting you. Great meeting y'all.
Go be the champion of your success. Have fun, guys, and we'll catch you next week.